Hello. I tried to sit down and write some ideas on paper to think about what I'm trying to say tonight. And I came up with a version, but I don't know if you guys know this. A lot of people here. I was recently married, also at the end of July, and my wife came up with a better version. So my version's bye-bye. Hello, my name is Jess Yanik. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Frank's oldest brother. First and foremost, congratulations to Frank and Jessica, aka Hector and Connie. On behalf of Frank and Jess, I would like to thank you all for coming today to celebrate their marriage. Today is a beautiful day for the Yanik and Yamers family. The day has finally come, though we were nervous that it wasn't going to happen. Not because of their lack of love for one another, but because of the hurricanes and earthquake and a flood that affected our area. I want to share a brief story with you. The story is about when I knew Frank fell in love with Jessica. Frank and I were roommates at the time, and Frank came home after a bartending shift at Iron Temple, where Jess happened to work as well. He would usually come home and complain about work, all ticked off, and how much he hated the place. But not this time. He had happened to work with Jess that night, and he came home very pleasant, almost giddy. Frank explained to me that he worked with Jess, and that he knew she was the girl he was going to marry. I was kind of zoned out at the time, watching a football game, probably, Saturday night. He said, yeah, whatever. But then he said, no, you were serious. And that caught my attention. A few weeks and a few dates later, he told me he was so sure that he and Jess were perfect for one another that he told Fred, Jess's father, half jokingly, that he was going to marry his daughter. I said, wow, that took some guts. Not long after that, I came home to find Frank feeding Jessica dinner. Literally. He was cutting it up for her and feeding it to her. I couldn't believe it. That's when I knew she was the one for Frank, like a baby bird. He was like feeding like a baby bird. As this time went on, the news about the boys came. And I have to tell you that as I was as surprised as anyone, I knew you guys were meant to be and loved each other very much, and that God has given you not one but two blessings. Amber and I are so proud of you. You handled becoming parents very well, and we know those boys could never be more loved. I close by saying in this order, to be sure you love God, love each other, love those boys, and you guys can handle all the beautiful and maybe not so beautiful things that life has to offer. By the way, I think the boys are ready for a little sister. We all love you very much. God bless.
Thank you, Christopher.